It's a fucking patio. That's the
Yeah, but
whole
it's
deal, Emma.
no, it's rainy today. No one's gonna want to sit out
It's
there if it's
a
still rainy.
it's a covered patio. Welcome to Cue the Mic. I'm Darren Worth.
And I'm the glowful Randy Twyford.
Glowful.
Very glowing.
And okay, and I'm Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 113.
Oh boy,
113.
113.
And don't mind Emma's sound quality today. She's on another sleepover.
What's wrong?
She's on another
What?
sleepover, Randy.
Oh.
I forgot my microphone.
She's
Okay.
forgot her microphone, and it's probably
Just
under
leave
the
me
cover.
alone.
It's probably under the covers there, and she doesn't want to wake him up.
Yeah.
No, I left it. No, what is wrong with you? It's at home. I just left it. I left in a hurry.
How long before these sleepovers just become like get rid of one of the rents?
Oh, well, neither of us have rents. We both have mortgages. We're adults.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Maybe another year. We'll see.
We'll see.
We're in no rush. But
What's the L stand for on your cup?
Lane, what? Come on.
Oh.
I see where she's at.
Guys, okay, let's talk about something real. People don't come here to talk about my love life.
Lane's not real?
No, he is.
No,
I meant like
people don't come here to talk about your love life. People come here to listen to us get a rise out of you.
Yeah, but I'm playing it cool. It stands for Lane, my boyfriend, because I'm at his house, because I stayed here. On to the next thing.
Huh.
Cool.
Things that make you go, Darren. You ever heard that comment?
Make you go,
I'm cool. You're not going to get anything out of me.
That could be another Cue the Mic t-shirt. Things that make you go,
That's true. Randy does say that a lot.
So what's new in the world, Randall?
Well, my world, Randy's world, just I think this past week with the food truck, we have been busier than we have ever been. We've cranked more volume through that food truck than I know we ever have.
Wow.
It was Illinois FFA week, which is always just
blue coats.
Huge. And lots of blue coats, lots of drama in the food truck world at the FFA convention. People not parking, new people coming and parking in people that have been there for like 4 or 5 years spot. And we had to do some shuffling one day. I mean, they're just like, well, one guy parked in another guy's spot on Thursday, and Bernie's like, you're going to have to move up some so I can get in there. And he goes, there ain't no permanent spots. There's no spots that are, I never saw anything where people have to park in certain spots. And Bernie's like, I'm not wanting your spot. Take your spot. I just need to get up so I'm not in the driveway of the parking ramp. Well, I don't know about that. And then he had his pickup, trailer food trucks. Then they want to keep hooked up to their pickups, which take up an ungodly amount of room and stuff. So on Thursday, I took the big road, and we ended up getting there not late, but after some of the others. And I just went up to the front of the line, and really not where I wanted to be, but it turned out we had a better day than what we had last year there. And it's kind of one of those deals. People will show up if they will come if you got good food and take care of good service and stuff. So.
Yep. Yep.
So then we had our 11 amp concert series. We did a double header. We did a FFA day and then went that night to 11 amp. So we had a very good day that day. And then followed it up with another big day in Verdon, which is one of our big spots. And then did a little deal last night for a golf outing. Took a food truck, and it was a benefit deal that they're doing. And, I told them, I said, we got to have minimums. I'm getting better at saying we got to have minimums instead of just going, okay, we'll show up and then doing maybe $400, and had a very good turnout. So, and then we're broadcasting live on Sunday. So then I've got a catering this afternoon or this morning or this afternoon at lunch. So,
wow, a catering on Sunday. That's kind of unheard of for Twyford barbecue.
I know.
You're normally a no Sunday guy.
Well,
I feel like
it's
you've been
kind
doing
of
lots of stuff on Sunday lately.
we got to pay for a generator
Oh yeah.
if we ever get it.
Oh,
Yeah, let's talk about that. Where are we at in the generator saga?
Well, it was a question I was going to ask you, Emma. You're kind of a tech person, kind of into the,
Okay.
the techosphere and stuff like that.
Okay.
Do normally, you can use that techosphere word if you
Okay.
want.
Trademark it.
Does emails are pretty instantaneously, aren't they? If I send you an email, you pretty well get it right away, right?
Yeah, within 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I was curious about that because in the world of generators and radiators, doesn't work that way.
it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
It
Okay,
doesn't
did they not get the email, or did they just choose not to respond to your email?
Well, no, the the guy that's working on the generator is waiting for an email from the radiator company
Okay.
and I got some more clarity on that. The thing that's taking some time, supposedly, is they build it from scratch. This genset company, wherever they're out of, which nobody knows where they're out of. It's like, well, wouldn't you know where this company's from?
Sure, Google would tell us where they're from.
Yeah,
And
but
Jen, you said
genset.
Jen.
So anyway, the last word was, I have a Friday afternoon call that I make. I don't bug them during the week or anything like that. So this Friday I called and they said it sounded like more of a sense of urgency going on now because we've been to the 12 to 14 days. They're like, well, let us check. We're waiting for an email back from him. So
Jen's
that's why
out of Florida.
Okay, I thought they were.
Where at in Florida?
They have 3 headquarters. There's one in Fort Myers, one in.
You could have picked that up for me.
Let's just go.
I'm gonna butcher
Sounds
this.
good to me.
Opa.
Oompa Loompa?
No. Opelika.
Opelika.
There's not an L in this, but it could be.
Maybe it's Oompa
Opelika?
Loompa.
Maybe. Anyway, a place I cannot pronounce.
Okay.
And then another place I cannot. Pompano Beach. I can't read. You guys notice that? I don't know how to sound out words.
That's Pompano Beach.
Pompano. So anyway,
there you go.
They seem to think it'll be done here very quickly. And
have they checked their spam folder? Maybe
no.
it's done.
I always like the whole waiting on an email thing. I just love that one.
Why?
Well, just waiting on an email. I'm like, pick up the goddamn phone.
Right.
It's fine if you send somebody an email and you wait a day or two or whatever, but for crying out loud, it's been down, right? It's a
Yeah.
food truck. It's like being without an engine.
Well, and here comes the problem.
I don't know if we can say that necessarily because we have
Yeah,
the
you
backup
can.
generator. But
But
he's still
we're
they
making
lucky.
don't know
business.
that. They don't
Well,
know
yeah.
that.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
And
You
here's the
could be
problem.
a normal person. If a normal food trucker, right? A normal food trucker that doesn't have another van, that doesn't necessarily have, they might have a backup generator, but is it going to fit in their food truck?
No.
How do they coordinate? And think of all the money that Randy spends running
I'd
a
have been out of a
second
month.
van
Yeah.
behind that. It's kind of an urgent thing. Now, Mr. Cool over there is not showing his pissed offness.
Yes.
That's a
Oh,
word.
I have.
That's a word. Piss
Yeah.
offness.
Pissed off in this.
Yeah.
Cue the mic where we make up our own language. Anyway.
Right.
So
Well, I would have been
so
I
the
would have been out of
20th.
business for a month.
Yeah.
I would have been out of business for a month.
Right.
So remember
And
when
the
I said
key
that
months.
yeah. So remember when I said that it won't be done until June 20th? You guys go, that's crazy.
You're going to be
Like,
right. When's 20th?
I know.
Next Friday?
It's
They
this
said
Friday.
this coming Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, might put it next Friday. So then I called when I'm talking to him. I said, "Well, how long will it take you to put the radiator back into the generator and do the testing on it?" Oh, hour and a half. I'm like, so I could come. You guys could get it, and I could come down there as soon as you get it, and then you guys could slap it in. Oh yeah, just nonchalantly, fuck you, Then I got to the core of the story.
The generator core
on the
Okay.
radiator. I was under the thought that they built the generators because the company builds generators down there. For power plants and cellular towers, and just big for these IT farms like by your house, and stuff like that. Well, that's all they do. They don't build small generators like mine. So Genset is who built my generator, and they just installed it. So it really made me go,
Things that make you go,
So
like you're in the wrong shop.
Yeah, exactly. These guys are just the passer-throughers and not the manufacturers. So anyway, everybody's getting sick and tired of wrestling the generator around, and we did that event last night, so we didn't get the generator. They got away from me before we got the generator out, so I got to get the generator out this morning, so I got a van to use on the catering. So Marla and I'll be wrestling the generator out of there on ramps.
Oh, I'm sure she's gonna love that.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me tell you. So yesterday, I started to listen to last week's podcast yesterday morning.
Okay.
I only got about 15 minutes in.
Really?
Right?
Okay, so you don't like me and Randy? Got it.
No, I only had 15 minutes of free time.
Oh, okay.
You were coming back from Canada.
I was in the car with
So
4 other guys.
we probably listen to our podcast.
No, they don't. We were in silence. We don't listen to the radio.
Oh, God, that's crazy. Okay,
Idle
continue.
chit chat?
No, we really didn't even idle chit chat. We talked enough all week long. We just drove.
Just drove.
That's a
Two,
long drive to just sit in
How long? How
silence.
far a drive is that?
it's about 15 hours.
Oh Jesus! Do you guys do it all at once, or do you
No, we
stop?
drive the first day. We drive 6 hours, then we drive 9.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I just drive.
Okay, okay.
I drive. I got to get back into work mode. I've been on vacation, so I got a lot of thinking I got to do.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so you were listening to the podcast yesterday.
So on the way to breakfast yesterday, I'm like, oh, I better catch up on the news. So I get into the generator thing, and then I don't know. After breakfast, somebody called. Anyway, I didn't get back to listening to any more of it. So fast forward, Sherry wants to clean the garage. Wow. For those of you who don't know, I have a 5,000 square foot garage
Yeah, the garage is the size of a
A
home.
warehouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
with pallet racking, and there's pallets on there that when we moved into this house 7 years ago,
Haven't
there's
been
still
touched from.
pallets with boxes on it from 7 years ago.
I got a
So
full basement of that.
we proceeded to take all those boxes down. Found shit, found computers, found satellite dishes, found shit. I've got more smoking material, stokers. I didn't even know
Oh yeah.
Tapacus. I got more gadgets. Randy, I even found spinner chicken baskets
Really?
and I'm thinking about bringing back spinner chicken. You know, for those of you who don't know, back in years past, I used to cook my chicken in a fish basket on a Weber grill. I could cook my chicken. We used to cook really small thighs, like they were like 2.5 ounce thighs, and we used to call them quail thighs. And we could put like 15 of those bitches in a box, and I would just I never trimmed them at all. I would take it. We would buy them at Cisco. They would come in IQF, individually quick frozen for those that
Yeah. There you go.
don't, right? So I would take them out, I'd thaw them out, and I would cook them spinner over in a basket, and I'd turn those in, and man, I would win with those things, and
You
it
were
was
hot.
so good.
You were hot with them.
Oh my god! And it took 12 minutes to cook my chicken at a contest.
That's bizarre.
It was crazy,
And they were
so
good.
oh man, they were good. They were just juicy. The spinner basket, it would just, and I had coals on both sides, and it would just
Char them and
oh my god, it was just great.
baste
And
them.
so it brought back all the memories of spinner chicken and
Spin to win.
spin to win, spin to win. And so anyway, so we're cleaning out. Well, I had to pull the motorhome out, of the garage. So we're doing all this cleaning. I mean, we cleaned for like 8 hours last night. And
Oh
Sherry's
jeez.
like, she goes, "Oh my God, I cannot believe you stayed with me that long." I'm like, "Just get it done, get it done, get it done." So anyway, I'm like, well, I need to, I might as well start this generator up on this motorhome when I was getting ready to put it back last night. Cause it's got the new RV only has 75 hours on the thing, and you're supposed to get it serviced at 50 hours. I'm like, I need to go get this thing serviced, the pre,
Yeah. Yeah.
every 50, for the first 50 hours, then I think it's 150 or 200 hours after that, you're supposed to service the generator.
Right.
And so this one, I looked at it, had 75 hours. I'm like, well, maybe I can get it off to Cummins because it's a Cummins generator. I'll get it off to Cummins this week to get it serviced. But I'm like, I'm going to fire this bitch up.
Right.
I go to fire it up. The fucking generator won't start.
Oh boy.
It flashes 3 things need serviced. I'm like, that fucking Twyford, he jinxed me.
I jinxed him.
He
I
jinxed
carry
me.
the curse of the generator. I'll guarantee you that.
Curse of
Them
the generator.
motherfuckers.
But I did find, when cleaning, I did find 4 of the generator twist-in plugs.
Oh, did you really?
Oh yeah, and I found a whole bag full of those those gray plugs that you take when something trips a GFI
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
takes
yeah,
the 3 to the 2. I
yeah.
found the whole bag of those bitches. So
Oh yeah,
those are going in the truck. I
yeah.
found so much shit. I mean, Sherry's like, I'm like, okay, sell it because neighbors are having a garage sale. So Sherry's in sell. So I got all my turkey hunting gear, which of course none of it fits.
Right.
You know, all rain gear, turkey hunting gear, old fishing gear. Just sell it, sell it, sell it,
Get rid
sell
of
it.
it.
When
I
was the
saved
last time you went turkey hunting?
well before barbecue, actually.
Oh, okay.
But I
So a
love the
long
turkey
time
hunt.
ago.
I did save my turkey calls,
Right.
and I saved my turkey hunting vest, and I saved my guns and my. But other than
Yeah,
that,
it'd be
whew,
wild to throw those out in a garage sale.
yeah. But everything else is. I need to plug in the gurus and the. But like the PK grill, I'm like, well, don't put the PK grill in the garage sale. I'm not going to give it away for $50.
Right.
I mean, we need to sell that, but I'm not very good at selling shit, Randy.
Right.
I have a food truck still sitting there that I still don't have listed. I've been on
Well,
vacation,
you've been on vacation. You've been a little busy,
been a little busy. Got
and
a barbecue
going to get
trailer that
busier,
I need to sell.
huh?
I got a barbecue trailer I need to sell too.
Okay.
Um,
Put it on
got
the
to get
garage
that thing.
sale
The barbecue trailer. Yeah,
and the food truck.
here's a $40,000 barbecue trailer. Yeah,
$200 cash.
cash.
So, are you going to put all your barbecue paraphernalia on the garage sale?
I don't know. I don't think so. I just need to. I don't know.
If you do, call a bunch of people and let them know that all that stuff's going to be on a garage sale, so you can get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we need a barbecue swap meet.
We remember years ago we talked about that, and
Yeah.
at a barbecue contest having a swap meet, which would be a good idea.
Yeah, because we all got shit
Yeah.
Yes.
that we don't need, that we just have sitting around.
Right.
That there's a younger generation of barbecue people that need this stuff,
Right.
Right.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that would have been a good idea, like on a Friday afternoon, have a swap meet.
But you know what? If we had time to do that, we'd be selling the food truck and selling all kinds of stuff, Randy.
Right. Right.
But
Well,
we
you're
don't.
back from vacation, so now maybe.
Now, since we're
Oh,
broadcasting on Sunday of Father's Day, you'd mentioned at one time this is your busiest day of the year.
busiest
No,
day of the year.
not
I
even. I mean, it's probably getting closer now, but they used to give us T-shirts that said "I survived Father's Day."
Oh, I forgot about that.
Busier than Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's incredible.
There's nothing dads love more than barbecue.
Yeah.
yeah. We've got. I was going through yesterday. I stopped in for a little bit, and because yesterday was busy too. Not crazy, not crazy, but I mean
It's just a good.
last night was busy.
It was a good day.
That
It was
they were
just a.
they were pumping through, but so then we're planning out today, and I think we've got 400 or 425 racks of ribs planned today.
Really.
Yeah, we'll knock it out. Dad's like ribs.
Yeah.
Can't run out of ribs, can't run out of garlic bread, can't run out of French fries. Those are the three focus items. Everything else will be fine, but it's
Right.
always ribs, French fries, and garlic bread.
People really love French fries.
Yeah, God, drives me crazy. And if we quit serving some damn many of them,
Right.
I mean,
You know
that's
when you
like,
used to call them spud sticks?
yeah, yeah,
One
that was
time.
it. That was a shed thing.
We
That makes sense.
on the food truck, we were actually running both of our fryers all week, and still we got a guy, Jamie, new guy, for the summer, he was pretty good at keeping up on them. But the other thing about doing the volume that we did this week, we only did it with 2 other people, only 3 of us in the truck,
Yeah.
which was pretty good.
Yeah. Printing
But
money.
yeah,
Then.
they, huh?
What's she doing?
Huh?
Research. I just got curious on where French fries came from.
Potatoes.
France.
Well, okay, it's like
French.
fortune cookies. You know, like those are Chinese, but those were made in America. So it's like, are they? You know what I mean? I just wanted to double check.
French. Where do they come from? Potatoes.
Actually, according
He
to AI Overview,
is correct.
according to AI Overview, they come from Belgium. So,
Huh. Well, let's go to
boom.
Grok and see where French fries came from, because I don't believe AI Overview.
And actually, it's between France or Belgium on a lot of these things.
Oh.
But I just wanted to check. I didn't know. I was just curious. It was one of those things. Again, fortune cookies. Pretty sure they come from America. But they're for Chinese food. It doesn't make any sense.
Historical
But
accounts. Belgium suggests that villagers in the Moose Valley near Dinant fried small fish as a staple food. During harsh winters, when rivers froze and fish were scarce, they cut potatoes into fish-like shapes and fried them as a substitute. Practice started in the 1680s. The name French fries came later popularized by American soldiers during World War I stationed in Belgium. They encountered these fried potatoes in the French-speaking region of Wallonia and called them French fries. The
Facts you
term
really don't give a fuck about.
I kind of do. That's interesting. I mean, again, an American.
it's funny coming from Canada. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they have on damn near every street corner. They got French fry trucks, food trucks,
You say.
and it's food trucks, and they just say French fries because that's all they sell is French fries and poutine.
Well, do they sell like specialty French fries?
I think so, but their whole sign are they're just French fry trucks. They say French fries on their trucks.
People do love French fries, which is
There, there
they're
was
just
a
so
there
yummy
was
and easy.
there was a French fry franchise down in by our house that was opening up right down the street. I can't remember the name of it. I'll look it up. Anyway, it for like 9 months it was opening right next to Publix, and everybody's like, I'm like, who the fuck? But it was like on the window, it was like they were opening this restaurant, and it was all about the name had French fries in it, but their poster said the best lobster roll. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean,
Right? So now they've opened in another location away from us. I just
Right.
figured I figured it was a drug front. It was Ozark laundering
Right.
money. But it was like they never got this location open. I don't know why.
Oh, they never got it
was,
open?
No. But now they've opened up since this year. That was last year. This year, now they've opened it up down.
hmm.
It's crazy.
And
French
when you
fry.
say you're talking about the Florida house,
Yeah.
when you say that, okay. You have two. So sometimes it's nice to specify. I mean, you said Publix and then it made sense, but then I was like,
I bet you there's food
why
trucks
did you
here in
use-
the States that sell French fries, just sell French fries.
oh yeah, I'm sure there are.
Fun fact: I don't like French fries.
Really?
And you know, that's a hot take.
I don't like French fries. Nope.
And
I never order French fries.
Don't you really?
What about sweet potato fries?
I will order sweet potato fries once in a while.
Okay,
Not
what
on a
about,
regular basis.
is it
No.
just this concept of fried potatoes or just like that form? Like, do you get tater tots?
No.
Well, that's another question. I was just going to bring.
I just don't. I don't know. I think. Well, first, it's more of a healthy thing. But
Yeah, that
I've
makes
never
sense.
ordered French fries. I will 100 times out of 100 go for the coleslaw
Oh,
as my side versus or a
it
potato
depends
salad
on the
or a
place.
coleslaw versus a French fry because I want to
What's
see another dish. Anybody can cook a French fry.
what's the big draw on tater tots?
Oh, they're so good. But I love them.
I just
Have
I'd
you ever
rather
had
have it than a French
Sonic's?
fry.
Have
oh
you ever
yeah,
had Sonic tater tots?
yeah.
No.
Oh, they're my favorite.
Are they chemically enhanced? What
Well,
RFK?
yeah.
No,
What do you
they're
say
just
about them?
extra crispy, and I think it's the fact that it's just a bite size. Like
Well, all
it
tater
doesn't take as
tots are
much
just a
work.
bite size.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think I like tater tots more
I
than
don't know.
French fries.
We
Sometimes French
do.
fries.
That's one of our bigger sellers is our pork and tots.
Oh, I
Tater
love tater
tots with pulled
tots.
pork and cheese sauce.
The porkatots.
Pork and tots.
But our big seller for the week was.
Big Mac Daddy.
You're exactly right.
Duh.
Sold the living shit out of those things.
Yeah.
Good to give us a ballpark number.
Stand by and I'll give you a real number.
Perfect. Love that.
Dun, 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 dun. That's the
So dang.
advantage of toast. You can get.
Why do you even have to get on a computer, Randy? It's right here on your phone.
That's what I'm doing. I'm getting on my phone.
So if we were to ever get a sponsor, I feel like it should be Toast. We really talk them up a lot. That's a product we stand behind. But I don't know if, well, actually, we would be there. We would work for them. But
Technology is so crazy. It's such a
correct.
crazy part of our business
Yes.
that it's one of those things that you can't live without it.
But
You
wish.
can't live without it, but it never does everything you want it to do. And I'm
Yeah.
like, if you could just get these bastards to come work with you for a week and see the true where they could really help you.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
able to. I'm not able to do a. Let me get back here. I thought I could run a report for just the week, and I know you can, but I don't want to take up a lot of time.
Well, we can talk about something else while you're doing that.
On Tuesday, as an example, we sold 37 pork and tots,
Okay.
but 71 Big Mac Daddies.
Jesus Christ.
Donkey, I need to get Big Mac Daddy on the.
On
I need to get
Wednesday,
Big Mac Daddy on the menu.
on Wednesday, we sold 63 Big Mac Daddies and 32 pork and tots. On Thursday, holy fiddly fuck.
Holy fuck, we went over 100.
On Thursday, we did 113 Big Mac Daddies
Jesus Christ.
and
You really
28
shouldn't
pork
say
and
that on
tots.
here. Your grandma's listening, Emma.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Grandma. Actually, I don't think she listened after that one episode. I think she was like, I
I mean,
don't think this
you
podcast
already
for me.
blew it. You're sleeping in sin anyway, so what the fuck?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So Big Mac Daddy was a
You
mover.
believe in that kind of.
Big Mac, Randy, I keep talking about putting that on the restaurant menu.
Uh-huh.
The problem is the price of our mac and cheese was always so expensive. By the time I put 2 scoops of mac and cheese,
Right.
and then the way we portion our meat, a full portion of meat,
Yeah.
I was literally going to have 3 or 350.
Ooh,
And that's just pork. I was going to have 350 in that portion.
Right.
Wow, 350. And all of a sudden now I'm shit. What am I charging? $12
Right.
in the restaurant. Kind of crazy in my mind.
Yeah.
Well, we put a shorter portion of meat on our Big Mac Daddies.
Yeah, right. Well, the shorter portion of meat in my system at the restaurant doesn't work.
That
as
doesn't work. I understand.
well. That's been my issue with it. But now my mac and cheese, my cost has come down 50 cents a pound.
Right.
Whoa.
But of course my price of pork has been going crazy. Have you seen that, Randy? Have
No.
you seen the price of pork?
No.
Ugh.
You haven't seen your price of pork? Or
Well,
you
I know
still?
what
Are
I
you?
still go to JBS and get it.
Oh yeah. Fuck! I ought to get a truckload. Mine
Last
still.
well, last load of uh, pork butts I got was $44 for a 55 for a case. $44 a case.
Yeah. Can I? Can I flip you off?
Yeah.
Because I'm at $1.87 a pound right now.
I think my $44 a case comes out somewhere around 70 cents
Yeah. I
because
should
I
run
was
to.
paying
I should run to. I
$55.
should run to JBS in Marshalltown.
Yes, because I was paying $55 a case, and they had a bunch of stuff left over from some account, and they wanted to get rid of it. So if I when they have those, I buy 15 cases and just set them in the cooler, and then use on them as they thaw out.
Yeah, we're it's crazy. You know,
It's a
chicken
dollar
tenders are way
78 a
high.
pound.
That $1.87.
$1.87. Holy shit!
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of price pressure there. We're seeing a lot of price pressure on the chicken tenders and chicken thigh market still.
I just bought a case of chicken thighs. Got 4 of them to go on the pit this afternoon after I get done with my catering. $100 a case.
Yeah, see, I think I'm at 110. Are you
Yeah,
buying frozen? Are you frozen or fresh?
frozen.
Yeah, see, I'm still fresh. 110, but you know, wings. Fuck, I'm at $57.
Yeah, yeah. I think
I've never seen wing prices that low.
we sold out of wings this week.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Nice.
opening up a wing kitchen. Oh wait,
You did.
I've got one.
You
Fuck,
got
That
one.
was the whole
shit,
concept originally.
it's crazy.
On the turntable.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Nothing makes
And
sense.
then they give you the same old rigmarole of, well, it's the bird flu and the emphysema and blah 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 blah,
Yeah,
everything. Well, I'll tell you what's going to get scary. I've kind of got hooked on watching cattle auctions on TikTok.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's gonna
Fucking,
get scary.
fucking out of this world.
I tell you, my local guy that makes our sausage,
Right?
right? That makes our local locker that makes our sausage. He predicts that we will see $12 ground beef before this is over.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He thinks that we will see $12 ground beef before this is over.
My God.
Just go on. If you want to just see, go out there and see what they're selling. They do these auctions, from around
No,
the
I'm
country.
covering up my speaker on my phone because otherwise that's all I'll have is cattle auctions.
Oh, okay. And 400-500 pound calves selling them for $3,000 a piece, $2,000. Unbelievable. Bred heifers with a calf on them, nothing for them to bring 6,000.
Huh. Okay.
Just go
So
out there.
for somebody who has never really been in that world, like what would how much of a jump is that compared to what it was?
What, probably 3,000?
Okay.
Double.
Okay.
Easy double. And it's going to get, and how long is it going to take for that cow, that bred heifer or bred cow, to have a calf and get big enough to butcher,
Yeah.
and all the time you got less and less. Yeah. I think I'm paying three something for 350, 360 maybe for briskets, whole packer briskets.
Yeah.
that we're doing chopped brisket for.
See, you could probably, well, it ain't going to matter. It's all going to be expensive. I was going to say you could probably, I wonder what chuck roll would do for you. Your yield would be probably better, but
But yeah,
nobody,
the chop.
nobody would know the difference if you're chopping it.
No, I mean we run it through a buffalo chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have as much fat, would you?
Nope.
Let's make a note of that.
We can know that.
Okay. So I'd like to pivot this conversation.
Mm.
Okay, YouTube. Okay, so yesterday, let's talk about the picture that I sent you guys in the group chat. And I want to know how that makes you feel. For
I don't,
context.
I was trying to,
Okay,
either
so for
my mind was
context,
blurry or your picture was blurry because I didn't get it.
I think it's picture. It took me a while to really zoom in and
so
examine and
Mom and
realize what was
I,
going on.
Mom and I went to the Join Farmers Market, and there was a catering company there using your Smoky D's barbecue catering boxes.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, I
So
I saw that and figured it out.
I don't want to show the name of the catering company, but here's the box. I mean, if you look at it, you have to zoom in.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
And I just want to know how that makes you feel. Because I was with Mom, and she was feeling different ways, I think.
AJ's Catering.
Well,
Well, it's probably one of our employees.
You think swiping them
well,
out and giving them to them, or
Well,
I was
so
thinking,
I'm just wondering
my
if it's somebody that's buying our meat and selling it at the farmers market.
maybe
Did they have barbecue on their menu?
I can't remember. I don't think so because their menu had like
Sa-
shrimp and grits and stuff, and
yeah, but I mean, it's got the half pans and stuff in it.
mhm. um, I mean, I guess I could probably look, but Mom
Hey,
was.
as long as it
They
got
were.
sold, as long as it got sold out the door, I don't give a shit.
That's
yeah,
fair
Right?
because
I'll sell to anybody. You want to sell my shit? Can't do it legally, but as long as I don't know about it, I don't care.
what you do with it, yeah.
because they're soul food.
Sold food.
No, soul food.
Oh, soul food.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well, maybe
I mean they were
barbecue.
properly heating their. Based off this menu, I mean maybe. Mm, I don't know. They were properly heating their stuff. Mom was worried about that,
Miss
but
Miss Miss
food safety.
Miss Food Safety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we were just curious. I was just curious on how that would make you feel. I mean, it's
Oh,
not a big deal.
I could care
I,
less.
yeah,
I could care less as long as somebody. I mean, they don't even have a website.
no, they do. I mean, I
No,
just got to one.
they got a Facebook page.
My market spread. They have a way for you to order their stuff. But anyway, doesn't matter. I was just curious.
Yeah. Hey, they got some. Oh, look at there. Work lunch meetings are my favorite. This is interesting. So I'm looking at their thing. Oh, you know what? I know what this is. I wonder if we're still doing this. I bet you we are. So it said work lunch caterings are on one of their videos.
Mm-hmm.
It had work lunch caterings, and it's got our chips because I don't think this company has a fryer. So
Oh,
I think they're buying our chips in bulk
oh.
by the pan, and then they serve them. Because
I mean, that makes sense.
when I look on their Facebook page
Mm-hmm.
under AJ's Catering, they have a video
Mm-hmm.
and out of Urbandale, and if you look at the video, it says something about work lunch meetings are my favorite.
Yeah.
And the first thing on their work lunch catering, first thing on their lunch catering is our chips with
Oh,
dip.
yeah.
So my investigative sleuth
Yeah.
says they're probably buying our Mo chips and dip,
Oh, and
which we
then
don't
just
make
keeping the
shit
box.
on. So I'm just going to raise the price on those fuckers and be done with it.
No, that's not very nice. But yeah, Mom and I just saw that,
It's
and
not very nice.
we got a kick out of it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're doing is just buying Mo chips and dip. But if somebody's buying that like that, they're like, why
Well,
are we sending that out in boxes like that? You know, that box is $2.50.
Right.
well, they're keeping them and using them for themselves, so
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
so
Huh.
yeah,
Yeah, I was reading,
things are making off.
pivoting again on this whole meal prep thing.
Pivoting.
I was reading, pivot.
Okay.
That's our new
Meal
thing,
prep.
Randy. We're just going to pivot, Just trying to
There was
think
a
of how
guy that was in a
realistic. I'm
church.
just trying to realistically, we have all the food in the world to meal prep. I'm just wondering, is that a market? Is that really a market?
Yeah,
Is that a DoorDash market, you think?
What's that?
yeah.
Or do you think people you
I
think
think
it's a
it is.
you think it's a
You know
DoorDash
what?
market or do you
Maybe
think
not a
it's a
DoorDash more, but I do think it's a walk-in market. Like
you think it's
if
a walk-in market?
I do, because if I could have someone meal prep for me, that'd be sick.
Well,
Because it's
we have
so
all the
tedious.
ingredient. We have all the ingredients. We have all this food. We have all this food that we could
Yeah,
give you healthy, nutritious meals.
that is a
Because most,
market
do you
for
think?
especially my generation.
But do you think? Yeah. Do you think people? Do you think they want healthy?
Yes.
You think they want healthy, or do they
Mm-hmm.
just want quick and fast and easy?
They want
Um,
quick and fast and easy.
no, I think they want healthy. They want people that meal prep with the idea that it's them eating better.
In their mind.
Like, yeah.
So they
So
want high
they want
protein, low calorie.
quick, fast, and easy.
Hmm.
So it's a mixture of both. I do think that's the market actually, because you look at like HelloFresh and then like um all of those places that do like the never frozen meals, but like they do the meals in a box, like the microwaved meals
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and like they do just fine, but
Yeah. Hmm.
um I do think that's a market there.
So,
Because my generation, I'll own this. I don't want to call us lazy because we're not all lazy, but it's the concept. Okay, okay, it's the concept of, yeah. Like I would love to meal prep, but meal prepping itself is just a lot of work. And the fact that like when you meal prep yourself, you're doing the same meal,
I don't meal prep
for
because I ain't
7.
eating the same thing twice in a
Yeah,
row.
that's what I'm saying. But like most people that prep eat the same thing multiple days in a row. I would like to meal prep and not do that because I would get. I mean, I've been there. It gets tiring really
Get
fast.
the variety. So you get the meal
Yeah,
prep, but you get the variety
yeah. Like
of
I would like my meal to be prepped, but I would like it to be a mixture of things.
what do you think the price point range of a meal should be? If you
Oh, I
got
don't
one of
know.
those little 28-ounce Sam's Club Glad containers with a nice full meal in it that has a
I don't
a
know.
starch, and a vegetable,
I'd
what
probably
is
say
that? What is that price point? Is it $8? Is it
I was
$9?
gonna say 12. So
$12?
yeah, I mean, if you think
You
about like,
can get a two meat, two side buffet or two
well,
meat,
if
two
you think,
side at Smoky
I'm
D's for
thinking, I know,
$12.
but I'm thinking like everywhere else and like what everybody else has to pay for things anyway at other restaurants. I go to a restaurant and order a meal, it's normally around $12.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, just another one of them stupid fucking ideas that will never get going just because it's like another thing. Opportunity, because we
Opportunity.
have, you think about, we plan, Amanda, she plans menus for the kids. A lot of those same menus are healthy,
hmm
right? We got the same thing. It's like, oh, okay, let's make 20 extra of these, right?
That's true.
Right?
especially being that close to DMAC, you guys could definitely do some damage there.
If you could get it marketed right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Marketing is, and I know marketing is, and I'm not saying social media marketing. I'm just talking about
The whole
overall
shebang.
marketing is
The
a
whole
big
gamut.
hole of ours
Yes.
because we just have zero. We put zero resource towards that. I mean, we've got a website that's been redone for a year and a half already and still not live
Oh,
because
well,
because
why
we're
not?
because we're waiting on Darren to look at it.
Oh, D-Dub, you gotta speed that up because your website's rough.
Yeah, I know.
Coming as your former website designer, I
Yeah,
hated that thing.
yeah. I
So
still hate it. I still hate it. It
let's get
just
that
never.
on there.
It's nobody's full time. It's nobody's job to look at it. We know that's a hole.
Yeah.
I know that's a hole. But I
But
mean,
even when I was there full time, it was still a hole.
yeah.
It just takes more than.
Oh yeah. There's all kinds of holes. We got all kinds of holes. We got all kinds of ideas. I just have to throttle them down.
Right.
I know marketing is a big one. You ever thought about being the face of the business? Randy does a good job of that.
The what?
Being the face of the business. Like actually putting your face on things. Like Randy, they do. When Randy, I was just looking at Randy's Instagram the other day. When the food truck goes out, they market it as where is Randy?
Yeah. Well, they don't want to know where Darren is because Darren might be fishing.
That's
Darren might
true.
be laying on the beach.
Right.
Randy, did you guys go through a little? Look at you guys. Look at his marketing. It's so good.
I know. I'm just waiting for
Look at him.
Randy to retire. So I know. I'm just waiting for.
Well,
I'm
here's the
just. I'm
thing,
just
Randy.
waiting. I'm just waiting for Randy to. I'm just waiting for Randy to retire so he can become my marketing guy.
Well,
Can't
here's the
wait.
thing about Randy. I don't think Randy's doing the marketing. He just has the resources, and he helps with the resources,
He,
right,
he's he's
Randy?
the he's the brains behind it though.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's usually a surprise what I see.
I know. That's normally what I see on social media. I'm like, they'll post something and I'm going, hey, we just fired that person last week. You can't post that. Thanks. Please take that down.
That's why I did not like posting employees,
Yeah.
and I really didn't.
Yeah. Unless you really know what's going on.
Yeah,
Do you like the continuity of our ads?
I don't see your ads.
No, like the where's Randy and the other thing
Oh,
where we're at every day. She's done a nice job of getting them all to
yeah.
look alike.
Well, yeah. No, I do like. Yeah, you look consistent, and
And that's
He's
not
a
my
good.
good look. He's
style.
a good looking some bitch though.
Oh yeah, that's Darren. That's always
That's
been a
not
given.
your
It's
style.
always it's always been.
No, yeah, I think she does a good job.
No, I'm a clusterfuck. So
He's a hot mess.
that we know.
yeah,
I like that she also actually takes the time to find the locations that you take in the food truck sometimes and
because
using photos of
I
that.
send that to her.
Yeah, well,
Oh, you're
it's
saying the
helpful.
pictures of the locations and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and she does a good job mixing in a little bit of the the customer side of it, so having customers in it, but then also gives you
We got a bunch
a
of
good
stuff
sneak
coming
peek.
from we got a bunch of stuff coming from the FFA convention. A friend of mine was there, and she was interviewing some of the kids standing in line,
Yeah, I
and
think it's gonna be.
she's going to post some of that stuff coming up here soon.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the new style that she's kind of taken with the red. It looks consistent. And it
One
looks
of
like it's your
them,
brand.
one of
And I
them,
like that she's throwing your logo on everything. That's big.
she's doing a good direction from me.
hmm
Right.
it's kind of it's what we do with our school districts. So I think it's great.
She's
I
got
take my
Cindy interviewed one girl that was standing in line and asked her, says, have you ate at Twyford's very often? She goes, I've been coming to the FFA convention for 4 years in a row. And one of the things I look forward to is eating at Twyford Barbecue every year I get here. So,
That's good.
That's good.
That's really good.
but that's the problem. You got to have somebody, when you got a line a half-mile long, I don't have time to jump out of the truck and
Yeah,
interview
Sure.
people
you
and
gotta.
stuff.
Yeah,
So Cindy was
that's
able to do it for me. So
that's Darren's Achilles heel too. You just need somebody to do it. But
and I was lucky enough that she was there, and I texted her and I said, "You want to do some stuff for me?" She goes, "Yeah." So
Hey, quick
yeah,
pivot one more time.
yeah,
yeah, sure, of course we can.
Have you
We're gonna have.
heard have you heard about the seaweed invasion in Cancun?
yes, it's in Puerto Rico too.
Yeah.
I think
Crazy.
my mom's going there this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. She told me that last week, and all of a sudden up on my Facebook feed
I
because
haven't seen
the
anything,
world
but I also
knows. So there's this massive amount of seaweed coming into Cancun.
Whose phone's ringing?
Not mine.
Must be Marla's.
Damn Marla. Doesn't she know she's supposed to go on silent during the
Well, I don't. She's not even up yet, but I don't know why. Who would be calling her at this time of day?
hmm. So anyway, but there's this massive, and it's just Cancun smells like a sewage treatment plant.
That shit stinks. I went through it when I was down
Oh,
south.
yeah,
It stinks. Oh, a little Puerto Rico update.
yeah.
They're out of power again. Not just one city, whole island. They're out. They're out. If you go, a guy was posting that if you reserve a rental car and you get off your plane and you go get your rental car, it takes 3 hours to pick up your car
Wow.
good
because
God.
with the power, only one person can go get cars for people instead of you going out there and picking your own car out because they don't have the power and stuff to run the systems and stuff. So, but they're
Sounds
out
like
of power again.
probably a good place to own a Tesla.
Yeah. Oh no, they'd tear that thing up down there. So
Yeah.
That's crazy.
good place to own a food truck. Not.
Hey,
Well, it
maybe
is,
I
but
got one. If I ever get it posted for sale, maybe it'll go.
maybe if somebody will ship it down there. If they need help shipping it to Puerto Rico, any shipping needs I can take care of.
I'll just let somebody else handle that.
That's what I do. I'm kind of a broker, shipping broker.
Shipping broker. Do you think I could put my barbecue trailer out on that bitch too?
On what? Usevending.com?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Somebody turn it into a vending. Does it have side vending windows or anything?
No.
Oh,
Oh, then
well.
no.
Well, they could always set a stand up with an easy up in front of it. So
Yeah, but who wants to do that?
Doesn't have a
You'd be
3-compartment
surprised.
sink either.
Yeah.
Huh?
Doesn't have a 3-compartment sink either.
Oh, we had a health inspection today on the this week on the food truck that I'm proud to announce, and we got a perfect score. No violations.
Perfect score.
Yeah, no violations.
Huh.
So,
That's good.
yeah, I was real pleased.
You ought to see our patio. Our patio is almost done
Oh, at
at
the
the
jam?
At the
Okay.
jam. I'm gonna
I
put
drove past the jam
I'm gonna
the
put
other day and I didn't even look.
I'm gonna put the pressure on him this week because I'm holding my brother-in-law's celebration of life there on Sunday, and I'm like,
Oh boy.
you fuckers better have this patio done because I'm gonna have about 200 people at that fucking restaurant. You better have the patio done. So
Yeah,
they're
no
gonna get the
kidding.
full court press
Yeah.
this week, but they're just waiting on they're waiting on parts for the fence. The patio's done. The patio done. I'll send you a picture of the patio. Man, it's looks
Nice
nice.
patio.
They're not waiting on a
Dog friendly?
permit or anything?
What?
They're not waiting on a permit or anything?
No, we got that taken care of.
Dog friendly? Question mark.
No, we're not having no fucking dogs on the patio.
Mabel, I can't believe he'd say that about you.
No, no dogs on the patio. And yeah, so that's Sherry and I were just talking about that yesterday. Now all of a sudden, now we have to go get all these signs made up so that you can't go sit on the patio until you go in and check in with somebody. And no, you can't have dogs. And no, you can't smoke. And no, you can't.
Well, the no smoking, like that one. See, to me, in my generation, that like is common sense.
There's no common sense anywhere.
No.
I sent you pictures of the patio.
Oh,
You
I've
did.
got my phone on mute, so I don't know whether I can
Wait,
get it or
you can.
not.
Oh my goodness! Look at that. It does look good.
Oh, that is nice, Darren.
Yeah. It'll have a
You
Looks
could
like a
six,
turn it into a
drive-through.
drive-through.
it'll
Yeah,
have a
no shit.
it'll have a 6-foot fence around it, but
That looks really nice. Throw
Yeah.
a picture up for our listeners at home.
there. There.
Yeah, that's the one. That's nice.
All
How many
right.
people are you going to be able to set out there?
First we were going to put 7 tables of 4, which is 28. But then I told Sherry, I said we can't just have because we got some really nice of that Amish poly furniture
Okay.
that we're putting out, and I said, we got to be able to serve a big group. So then we went and bought another 8-top, really nice 8-top poly thing. I'm not sure who's going to lift that son of a bitch.
You got
So
anything you need put together?
yeah, that one's going to have to get put together.
Okay, well, if you need my help.
So that one will be, so I think probably 36 out there.
Okay, that'll be nice.
It would have been
that's not
nice
bad.
for It would have been nice for Father's Day to have that.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it rainy today? I guess it is covered. Oh, it's still.
It's a fucking patio. That's the
Yeah, but
whole
it's
deal, Emma.
no, it's rainy today. No one's gonna want to sit out there if it's
a
still rainy.
it's a covered patio, Emma.
People still don't want to sit out there if it's rainy. That's just common sense.
Then what's the sense in covering the patio?
I don't know.
Just
That was
leave her
your
buck
fault,
ass
not
naked.
mine. Don't
You're
just sit
telling
out there
me
if it's raining.
You're telling me when it's raining with a covered patio,
Yeah,
nobody
because
wants
then
to sit out.
yeah, because then it's gonna be because it's still like it'll be chilly and it'll be damp.
It's fucking
And
88 degrees today.
well, lucky for you, it's not raining until later. Actually, it doesn't look like it'll rain until tomorrow now.
So you're telling me people don't want to sit on a patio when it's raining, even though
I
it's a
mean,
covered patio with a 6-foot fence around, so the wind won't.
I'm saying, I personally, if it's raining outside, covered or not, I'm probably not going to sit on a patio.
It's relaxing listening to the rain.
Oh boy.
I'm not.
Randy.
Hell, there could be plenty of people to do that.
When are we ever going to figure out this generation, or are we?
We aren't.
Okay, I'm a one person I'm one person.
No, you are a generation.
No, but my generation might.
You are how we monitor. Yeah, I was thinking about your
I'm not a
generation
good.
last night.
I'm
We're
not a
going to
good
pivot
person
again.
to
I was
use.
thinking about your generation last night because my wife, my beautiful bride, she
No.
has she has our entire house is torn to shit. It's getting remodeled, right?
Okay.
Ooh.
So all new cabinets, all new countertops, new floors, all this. My house is torn to shit. So I come home from Canada to no countertops, no stove,
Oh boy.
no nothing, right? So I have an outdoor grill and an Instapot and all my cooking utensils in boxes. What would you do? Most people would just say, fucking go out to dinner. Oh no,
Correct.
I'm cooking dinner. So
You're
I
cooking
cooked
Yes.
dinner.
Chinese bowls, rice in the Instapot, grilled the chicken. And I'm like, well, I need to make this sauce. So I'm in a foil pan, I'm making this sauce over the grill.
Oh
And
goddamn.
then I'm like, oh, well, I got these steamed vegetables in a bag, these steamed fresh vegetables.
Right.
I'll just throw them in the microwave. Oh,
Eh.
I don't have a microwave because it's built into the cabinets. Huh. I guess I'll just go ahead and put them in a foil pan and steam them on the grill too. All turned out
So you're just a little
flawlessly.
steamer.
Oh, I was Iron Chef last night.
Okay, so what does that have to do with my generation?
You would have went out to eat.
Oh, correct. Like, I mean, yeah. I hate cooking. Actually, my fridge is bare right now. I think the only thing I have in it, actually, that's not a think, it's a no. The only thing I have in it is eggs
I
and
I came
condiments.
home. I came home. I
It's
walked in the back door, and I knew how the week had went for Sherry. There was a partial loaf of bread and peanut butter sitting on the counter, and I think that's every meal she'd eaten because she looks like
that's
she'd
okay.
lost 10 pounds.
Right.
And I'm like, "Would you like me to cook you a meal?" Oh, please. And I
I
was
feel that.
dying after being in Canada for a week. I mean, we ate the shit out of fish and whatever, and I was ready to have a home cooked meal, even though I cooked every meal up there too for 12
Sure.
people. Um, I was ready to have a
I think
rice. I was ready for a rice bowl. Even though I ate rice 3 or 4 times in Canada, I was still ready for a rice bowl.
I think I would like cooking if it wasn't just for myself. Because, like, I don't have any problems making dinner
Well,
when.
you're sleeping over half the time.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
about to
was
say.
gonna
What
Okay,
you,
say
that's
you
that.
just show up at
not true.
bedtime or what?
No. Oh my god, no. But I mean, I would say sometimes I do cook. Sometimes we do just go out. If there's, it depends on if we
Just
have
show up
food.
at bedtime.
You know, first.
We used to do that. Go to the titty bar and then show up at bedtime.
Ew. The fuck? Weirdos.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys
Well,
got
what
anything
else we
else?
got? What else we got?
I gotta take my wife to breakfast. It's Father's Day and she wants to go to breakfast.
Okay.
That makes sense. I
I gotta
gotta,
get a catering ready. So
yeah, I gotta let the dogs out. So,
I gotta avoid the restaurant at all costs because that's one of them places you go to today. You're gonna get sucked in.
it's just like
yeah,
a
I would avoid
vacuum.
that.
I can
It's like a
imagine.
Yeah,
vacuum. I'm like, just let them handle it.
avoid that like
They
the
don't
plague.
need me. They don't need me there today. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
I think I'll go clean the other side of the garage.
There you
might as
go.
well. Well, anyway, if you haven't already, like us on social media at Q Mike Pod. Find us on YouTube at Q Mike Podcast. Like, follow, subscribe, do other things. You know the drill. Randall, take it away, my guy.
Boom, bada boom, bada boom. Out of here. Done.
That was a fun one.
Wow, that was good. Boom,
Yeah.
we're gone.
All right.
All right,
Adios.
we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week.